Hi, I'm Ryan Stasik. I play bass for Umphrey's McGee. Well, I'm a big fan of, everybody in the band is a big fan of effects and bass pedals. And when we were introduced to the Eventide, how much is packed in such a small contained box just floored me. I had to take it home for a while and really dig in because it was a little overwhelming at first, but then I found, after watching some tutorials and talking to you guys, I found out how easy it was to use. Right. And there's just a plethora of options to get into, and I've only delved into a few. Being in an improvisational band that improvises 30 to 40% of the night anyway, we have those opportunities to really experiment and get outside the box. I know our guitar player Jake uses it a lot, mainly for the reverbs, but he's been digging into it. He knows more than I know about it too, so I've kind of been going to him as a pupil. He's kind of been teaching me. But there's those areas where we lose time and you're able to get the ambient feel, and you can get helicopter sounds, you can get shimmering delays and crystal type sounds. Those are great to experiment. Then you hear things differently, and we always go back and listen to our recordings. So when we spark a memory like, I can use this, and we'll start incorporating it more into the music. We played an entirely improvised set last night up in Portland, Maine, to a packed room. It was great. And they were along for the ride to take that risk with us, and use the pedal a lot last night too. And those are great opportunities when you have more space to explore, and that's what the fans want us to do. They say, please take us on a ride. Hopefully it goes to the moon, it's awesome. Sometimes you have to throw in the towel and it's crap, but that's the beauty of taking the risk, see what's gonna happen. And that's also where you discover these new leads to new songs and songwriting and new little Legos that you can use later when you dig back on a riff that came out of nowhere. Well, it all started with us recording all of our shows and going back and listening. We used to do it ourselves in the back of the bus or the back of the van. We listened to okay, that part from last night, we need to use that. We'll Lego that onto something else. So what we started doing was archiving all of that and then making it accessible to the fans. And then the fans could vote, and that would limit to what we get to choose from. So we would take what the fans picked, which their opinion was our best, jams, and then we would try and arrange and write songs out of those to the best of our ability. And that's basically how it became the fans themselves writing the songs basically for us, or having a huge part of it. A lot of times effects has a lot on what type of bands I'm listening to, what type of bass players, guitar players, or drummers. There's a lot of cool effects in the EDM movement going on, and trying to mimic those live with a real bass it's a challenge just to try and get those sounds and figure out. And then in the joy of discovering those sounds, you end up finding new ones on your own. But to have the opportunity to have these awesome pedals that people are making and really get outside with weird noises and with the effects is awesome. This has been Ryan Stasik from Umphrey's McGee, chatting with you with Eventide. Hope to see you down the road.